made my life worthwhile. Alright, another Warlock. This is... This is not Zanzixu, but it's pretty close. It's Dark Knight. That's fantastic. I am actually going to do something crazy and keep this hand. Basically, he's a Warlock. He's probably going to try to rush me. Starfall and Swipe are fantastic answers to that, and then I have really good creatures to back it up. Yes, there's a risk I'm going to have literally no early plays if I don't draw any of my 1 or 2 drops, but actually this is such an amazing answer to what Warlocks are going to do to you that I'm okay with it. So, do your worst. And I've already lost my... I've already capped my Swipe and my Starfall. There was one game I played where I like mulliganed a Holy Nova and then ended up losing the game because of it, and that has made me really appreciate the importance of holding on to your removal. I'm going to play the Ironford Grizzly, spending a coin for it. Now I am breaking the rule of thumb, which is I have nothing to do next turn, but I'm doing this because, especially with this, and just knowing what Warlocks typically like to do, Warlocks like to rush you, I think spending the coin to put out this creature to trade against his 1-drop is worth it.
Why do you call?
It saves me some damage, and I think every point of damage counts. He chose not to trade, which I'm pretty sure is a mistake. I mean, the reason is I just get to kill this creature now. So yes, you get to keep your Flame Imp, but I mean, what are you doing after that? Alright. The only way I can see that being a good play is if he has Drain Life, which deals 2 damage. Then he basically baited me to kill his creature, take 2 damage, keep his 3/2 on the board. But unless he has that... Oh my gosh! Well, that was not a mistake. He made the right play there. Nice job mind gaming me. Alright, so unfortunately at 4 mana I don't want to cast Swipe yet. Oh, that's pretty perfect though. Let's go ahead and drop this down. So this is really great. It's probably going to get a kill. I don't know what he would do. I don't know what a Warlock can do to avoid getting card disadvantage against this. I guess he could play Ascension Shieldmaster, which, you know, would survive the hit in quite a high fashion. But, I mean, I'm at 28 health to his 27. He has 7 cards on the screen to my 6. So he wasn't able to rush me down, and I've got everything. I mean, I would just love for him to play out a bunch of generic little creatures like that and have stuff die to Starfall. Well, I think this is a pretty good play because after I pop the Divine Shield, killing the Flame Imp, the Novice Engineer finishes it off, which is pretty solid. But
join or die.
Another thing that happens is I get to play one of my 5-drops now. So I could play him as a 4/6 taunt. Warlocks would actually have a pretty hard time killing that. It would be Siphon Soul or Bust. Another option would be to just play him as a charger and go on the aggressive. This does allow my Scarlet Crusader to die. I think in favor of trying to maintain board advantage.
Where shall I?
Let's do this. Generally, I find that I don't like to do this as much as most people do. I find like every player I play this really loves to play the 4/6 taunter, but I generally like to play the charger because then at least then you're guaranteed to do something. Damage to the opponent, kill a creature, something. Here, if he does have, let's say, a Siphon Soul in this massive hand of his, it would be very sad. Dread Infernal. Well, that makes me wish I had played it as a rusher because my Scarlet Crusader died anyway. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. And now this is going to die quite profitably as well. Ooh, that's a really good answer to what I had. Alright, I'm a little bit short of being able to play the Iron Bark. Can I kill this? I can kill it with Wrath and Swipe. Ugh, I don't think that's actually good. Is it good? Let me think. Swipe? Yeah, we'll take some card disadvantage. What I'm basically doing here is gambling that my opponent doesn't have more good plays. The reason I'm willing to make that gamble... By the way, this should have totally been the Charging Cat in light of what happened, because I would have just dealt 4 extra damage to my opponent had this been the Charger. Anyway, I'm just gambling he doesn't have any more big plays because he played a lot of early crap, and so I'm guessing he's just trying to rush me down here. So I feel pretty confident about my chances to just outplay him with my superior creatures. Destroy one of your mana crystals. Alright, fair enough. Drawing a card after playing stuff, that's always fun. And he passes the turn. Alrighty. Let's think. I could of course kill it, but I think Starfall has a much better potential. This guy is pretty scary. I could actually be really ballsy and make him a 10-5. I don't think that's correct, though. Let's actually do the following. We're going to smack, play the giant. This is difficult for a warlock to kill. He really needs Siphon Soul. There's no other good way to do it without spending, 2 cards, of course. He could, like, Drain Life and Shadow Bolt or something like that. But other than that, it's hard for him to kill this. I still have this 4-2, which is, non-trivial. It's likely to take something out before it dies. Dread Infernal. God damn these Dread Infernals. Mortal Coil! Jesus Christ. Man, 6 health is a really unfortunate quantity of health. It just survives my stuff. Let's go ahead and trade. And play the Ember Protector. So again, he really needs to have Siphon Soul to take care of this. He does have a ton of cards. But I'm just gambling his cards aren't as good as mine, considering how good his Rush was. Alright, he's got a Summoning Portal. That needs to die immediately. So it's at least baiting 8 damage, which is smart. Emperor Cobra. Ah, it's pretty good. And a taunt. So he's stopping me from killing the portal. And he's putting down something that's going to take care of my Ironbark. Ugh. I really wish I had some spell power. That'd be really good here. Okay. If I Starfall, it actually doesn't really work very well right now. I think it's actually... Yeah, let's go ahead. God damn it, I don't want to lose the Ironbark to this. Although if he keeps the Summoning Portal around, that could get really bad real fast. I can't kill the Cobra. My removal is too expensive. Man, that was a really good play with the stupid Summoning Portal. Alright, let's go bigger home then. Let's kill the Cobra. Draw a card. Claw, unfortunately, doesn't really help me here. I can only deal 3 damage. Ah, 3 damage. So close. Let's kill that. Play Claw, hero up. Kill this. Okay. So, see what he can do. Last turn all he did was play a bunch of random crap. But he does have the Summoning Portal with full mana now, so it's possible he can play some really good things here. That Taunter was really good. If he hadn't had the taunt, I just would have swung him down to 8, and then Starfall and Starfire could have finished him off. But I couldn't do that because of the Taunter in the way. Alright, he's drawing a card that's good. I mean, you'd think a warrior wouldn't, or warlock wouldn't draw from 16 down to 14 with this on the field, unless he were really, really desperate. So let's see what he can play with the Summoning Portal. 8 plus 5 is 13. Oh my gosh, 14. Well, I kill him next turn if he doesn't put down a Taunter or deal with this. What's nice is I've got this guy, who's huge, and also Nourish to draw 3 cards. So, doing pretty good here. So this is irrelevant.
Sometimes.
Oh, that could be really relevant. He can deal 6 damage to the Ironbark Protector now. Yeah, Shadow Bolt would be 6 damage. This is a perfect illustration of why I don't like the Molten Giant. I mean, yes, you got a free 8/8, but it just does nothing. So, boink. Oh my god! Starfall got nerfed! Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh, I totally forgot Starfall got nerfed. It no longer can deal damage to your enemies. Well, that turns out to be an extremely relevant nerf in this scenario. Oh, Lord. Well, he gets another turn with the Summoning Portal. Starfall for global damage isn't really good here. All this stuff survives. Oh my god, that's really sad. God damn it, that's such a nerf. Is it worth it to play a bunch of crap down? Yeah, let's do it.
Put this apple on your head.
Let's play this. And myself. It's really unlikely the knives are going to matter too much. Let's play this. Alright, and just try to basically hope this guy doesn't die. And, you know, as long as he or the Ironbark survives, I'll be able to beat down next turn for the win. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about the Starfall. That is so hilarious. So relevant, too. I mean, that makes a big difference. Now, I could have used Starfall to kill the Cobra, kept the Starfire around, but then I wouldn't have drawn a card, and then I wouldn't have drawn that Claw, and then everything might have been different. Oh, he must be very desperate to be drawing for a card here. Wow! He actually has Twisting Nether. Was that an epic? Yeah, it's an epic. That's pretty good. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and hero up. Swing. Play this.
Taste the mana.
And I hate this thing is such garbage, I don't even care.
I'll never tell.
Now, I'm not gonna play Nourish just yet. Hang on. I'm dealing 3 damage to him anyway. No, I'm not gonna play Nourish just yet. What I'm gonna do is hold my spells till next turn. That can actually make this thing a 5/3, which might be relevant, depending on what my opponent does. Let's say he like plays a taunt or 2 taunts or something. I can Starfall to kill 1. Oh, it's silenced. Never mind. Now he's still dead to hero ability plus my 2/1/1's pinging him. That's not gonna save him. Neither of these has taunt.
Well played.
Alright. That was a pretty good game against Dark Knight. My big creatures really showed their worth in that game. That's the thing about a Druid. If you get those big dudes and you can just survive the early game, you'll be in good shape. So I survived 2 Dread Infernals, a Summoning Portal that was around for 2 turns, a Twisting Nether, plus like a bunch of other removal, Mortal Coil and Drain Life. I think it was pretty good. I think he had a really solid deck, and I think that was a well-deserved victory for me. Alright, Paladins, Oddish guy. Nice names in the arena today. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep this removal because it's global. That can be really good against Paladins. This is a bit slow, this is a bit slow, this is a bit slow. So let's see if we can fish out one of our very, very few early drops that can make a really big difference in the game. Alright, that's great. So we got Claw for removal, Knife Juggler, and Gurubashi Berserker really good against Paladins. Paladins really not that good against killing him. Alright, I'm not all that bothered by that thing. Let's just pass the turn. I really don't want to waste a card to kill this. It's so much better just to kill it via creatures for free. But it's possible that he can, you know, play some stuff behind it and, you know, whittle my Knife Juggler down. So this guy's pretty good here in this particular situation. He stops me from using hero ability to kill the Silverhand Recruit. But we'll play the Knife Juggler nevertheless.
Put this apple on your head.
If my opponent wants to sack this guy in, make another guy and sack him in to kill me next turn, that's fine. I've traded a card for 4 mana and a bunch of time, and I want this to go to the late game. So I'm happy to trade a card in exchange for time. What I'm really afraid of is getting rushed down.
Let me think.
Interesting. This is a bit of a non-bow for Paladins, because anytime you play a spell, it kills off your guys. Now, if he has a spell here, oh my god! He actually had it. I don't even believe it. Jesus Christ. That sucks. Well, Hero Ability doesn't really do anything. I could use Claw to finish this off, but that seems dumb. Yeah! That, this Shield Bearer normally is a pretty trash card, but here it was quite good. Oh my god, I can't believe how good that was. He killed my Knife Juggler with just a 1/1 and a secret. This is probably Noble Sacrifice, so I should expect this guy to run into a Noble Sacrifice next turn if I do attack his Shield Wall, but that's fine. I have 2 really good 5-minute plays. First, Gurubashi, then Ventricle. Oh my god, did he really just get like 3 cards with that? Christ. He just got 3 cards with that. That's pretty great for him.
That was a
He
mistake.
thinks that was a mistake. I don't know why. If I attack right now, I'm going to hit Noble Sacrifice. But I don't really see any way to do that. Well, actually, there's a way around that. No, I can't, because I can't hero up and attack this Leper because of the taunt. Man, that taunt has been so good. Yeah, I'm just going to have to take the Noble Sacrifice. That's fine.
Get down!
I feel like I'm still in okay shape because I ended up, you know, having all my life, and I can drop.
Don't have enough mana.
I can drop Urabashi here. This is very difficult for paladins to kill, even with Blessing of Kings. My guy still survives. So this is pretty good. And next turn I can follow it up with the Ventrico. If he plays enough small stuff, the Starfall does become worthwhile. Starfall is it's not good enough to justify killing just a Leper Gnome and a Shield Bearer. But if he plays, like, let's say, one more creature and a little minion that dies to Starfall, I will totally play Starfall.
Handle it!
Alright, Starfall's getting played. Starfall's definitely getting played.
Reporting for duty.
We'll hold off on the Ventrico Mercenary. Oh my gosh, this actually ends up working really, really well. Because what I can actually do, now that this guy deals a point of damage, I can actually trigger Enrage, and then play Starfall. So, I 2-for-1'd, plus I killed his recruit, which is time, essentially. Now, he's got 6 cards to my 6, because he drew 3 with Divine Favor, so considering he played a 3-mana draw 3, the fact that I'm equal on card advantage is kind of spectacular. This is also, like, pretty much impossible for a Paladin to kill with nothing on the board. Is it actually possible? He could play, like, Hammer of Wrath? It's pretty much, I think it's impossible. You just can't kill this thing right now.
Engaging TC-130.
Alright, that's good to see.
Dislocator.
Now I could attack in to this, but then he becomes, what, an 8-3, a little bit fragile. Unless, of course, I kill this. But I don't want him to be 8-3, because 3 does die to True Silver, or sorry, to Hammer of Wrath, which is a spell he's likely to have at this stage. So what we're going to do instead
What to do?
is play Claw, and Hero Ability to kill this bear. And now we have to think, do we want to kill this guy? If I don't kill him, he might get Blessing of Kings'd, and then he'd be a 7-7. He'd trade pretty admirably with that. But then I'd have an Ardent Squire on the board. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and drop this thing down. Swing for 5. So the golden rule of thumb is don't let Paladins keep creatures on the board, but if he does play Blessing of Kings, this would become a 7-7. Swing, he'd become a 7-2. And then I can actually finish it off pretty easily with Ardent Squire plus swipe on whatever else he might play this turn. Or Savage Roar would also do it. It would give the Ardent Squire enough damage to kill him. Ah, I see, he's going to do that. But that does mean he didn't actually have the way to kill my Urabashi, which is good to know. He's deciding whether or not to pop the Divine Shield. Probably it would be correct to pop the Divine Shield there. Okay, well I have lots and lots of options here. I could just keep the pressure up like this. I could swipe and then play Savage Roar, which would allow my Ardent Squire to kill that thing. That's actually really, really good, I think. Then I can also kill the little Trumper Nugget here and swing for 7 damage. Seems good. Is there a better way of doing things? Well, I could play Savage Roar, swing, hit him for 3, hit him for 2 more, kill it that way, and then attack. But I mean, that just leaves this guy alive. But it saves my swipe. And I'd actually have more mana left over because I could, because then I could hero ability up and kill this thing anyway. So I'd leave him with just this. Interesting. No, let's take the time to kill everything. I think killing everything is the correct move because I have really big plays coming up.
I fight.
Time waits for no one.
So basically, I just paid 3 mana to essentially deal 2 damage to the creature, and then deal 2 extra damage to him, which is not the greatest use of 3 mana, but I think it was fine there to clear out his board. He's likely holding Blessing of Kings and other buffs, so I feel like stopping him from buffing was pretty good use of my time. The next turn it is the 8 mana turn, where we get up to the Ironbark Protector. Secret. That could be scary.
They'll never know what.
Nightblade. Alright, I am getting a little low.
Reporting for duty.
Well, I don't particularly want to run into the thing that makes your stuff have 1 health. Then again, if that is what it is... Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get rid of that noble sacrifice, which is probably what it is. Let's trade like this. Yeah, it's noble sacrifice, of course. Is it ever not noble sacrifice? That's what I'd like to know. Is it ever not noble sacrifice? Let's put down El Giganto. And what I'm going to do here is swing here. Now, the reason I'm doing this is it enrages my guy more. And my guy is currently protected by the Iron Bark, and Paladins are not that good at dealing 5 damage out of nothing. They've got Hammer of Wrath, which deals 3 damage, and then the other 2 are kind of hard to come by. How many noble sacrifices does this guy have? Seriously. He's already played 2. Could it be a different Paladin secret? Could it be like eye for an eye? Oh my god, if it's actually eye for an eye, I'm in somewhat big trouble. Now, luckily for me, he loses at the moment. I mean, he just loses because I've got 16, 17 damage here. Even if one of these is Noble Sacrifice, all I do is Shapeshift first. I still have enough mana to play Starfire to finish him off. Thankfully, Starfire still deals damage directly to your opponent, so I should be okay, because he didn't play any taunts to get in my way. Even notwithstanding this massive secrets. And the potential for eye for an eye to just kill me. Alright, so here's what we do. First, we hero up and fish out Noble Sacrifice. Oh, wow, it's Noble Sacrifice. Okay. He did actually have 3 of them. Then we swing. Oh, redemption. Okay, so he had the combo there to keep his guy alive. Okay, that's good. That means it wasn't eye for an eye. And Starfire. That was a good game.
Well played.
Might have gotten kind of close. I am a little low on life here. Then again, these guys are sort of monsters. It was good game. I think my Paladin had a pretty good deck. Actually, I didn't see any Consecrations, True Silver Champions, or Blessing of Kings. Those are sort of the key Paladin cards. Then again, he might have been holding those. There was never really a good time, except for one turn. There was never really a good time to play those because I was playing big creatures. Take a sip of good luck water as we have reached 4 wins. This is the part where you start to get some losses usually in the arena as you start to play the harder opponents. We're getting down to about the top 25% of the population here. Up against a priest. Alright. This is actually worth keeping against priests because I do want to silence their Northshire clerics, even though it'll die against it. This is worth keeping just because, you know, it's generically good and it's an early play. Nourish seems a little bit early. Druid of the Claw, though, that's really good. I'm just going to hold on to that. I've got enough other stuff to do until turn 5. Well, I got him a little early, which is unfortunate. But, at the same time, that seems alright. Well, here's the thing. I'm actually going to coin out hero ability here. The reason being, if I don't, the next one you can trade his Voodoo Doctor in for my Knife Juggler. So I will spend the coin and essentially trade it for his creature. So I can potentially play the Knife Juggler in peace. Now, Chillwind Yeti is fantastic draw. It's going to be really great to play on turn 4. Priests can kill anything with 3 damage or less, and they can kill anything with 5 damage or more, but they cannot kill anything with exactly 4 damage. And I'm playing as a priest, you might remember from my other arena. It is amazing how many things have exactly 4 attack. It's like a lot of stuff in this game. Okay, so how do I want to handle this Cobra? Silencing gets pointless because it trades anyway. So what I'm actually going to do is trade in like this. Now you might wonder, Boris, why'd you do that? Why didn't you just attack first? If you figured your opponent's going to trade with you, why not let him make the trade? The problem is, if he has, let's say, a Shadow Word Pain, then he can kill my Knife Juggler, and now his Cobra is still alive to kill my Yeti on turn 4. I feel like that was an unacceptable risk, so I just decided to play it safe. Alright, my opponent's going to heal up and play a 2-2. It's actually pretty good for me to see on turn 4. Definitely lots more turn 4 plays that are stronger than that. Yeti is just an absolute trump house here. There's really very little a priest could do at the moment to kill that Yeti. He's 1 mana short of playing Greater Fire, And does Priest have any way of dealing with this? Holy Bolt and trade the other guy in?
Must cleanse the sun well.
This doesn't quite do the job, buddy. He's just ignoring me. Alright, that's fine. Secret Keeper. Bah. Starfall doesn't work. So here's the thing. I could attack this, make my Charging Cat attack that. Then my guys die to Holy Nova. Am I okay with that? Yes, because with this guy and this guy, the late game favors me. Granted, Mind Control is a bit of a risk. Oh god, Mind Control is a huge risk in this game. Well, I just have to hope he doesn't draw his Mind Controls. But basically, even if he plays Holy Nova and kills my creatures, I've already 2-for-1'd him. So we're gonna do that. And risk the Holy Nova. It's awkward that next turn I only have 6 mana. So if he does play Holy Nova, I might, and has Mind Control, I might just lose. Ah, that's actually a good answer as well. He can kill either one of my guys and survive. And then he can heal to bring this guy up from being able to be killed by my hero ability. So he actually got to 2-for-1 me himself. Now luckily I have nothing better to do with 6 mana than the following. I'm going to Savage Roar. Hero ability. Kill this guy. Spin for 6 damage. Play a Secret Keeper because I just don't give a shit if that thing dies. This actually would have been good against that Paladin. Holy crap, that Paladin played like 4 secrets that game. And my Secret Keeper was nowhere to be found. Right, so after my next turn, he's going to be at 8 mana, so he can Mind Control me. Which is sad. There's no question about that. I'd probably just lose the game, I think, if he has Mind Control. I mean, is there anything better I could do? Starfire deals 2 damage. It's not enough. Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the things you have to accept when you play a Druid deck. I think you just have to accept if you're up against a Priest and they get Mind Control that you're going to lose. So this guy, if I make him a 10-5, I'll trade with the Ogre. If I make him a 5-10, the Ogre attacks but lives, but my guy lives as well. If I make him a 10-5 and he has Mind Control, I can kill him more easily, but then he's still got a 6-7 on the board. But then I have an 8-8, so like, if he has Mind Control, making this a 10-5 is a little bit less scary. Jesus Christ. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and make him this. This protects my creatures. I figure I could have like a long, hard-fought battle if he Mind Controls a 10-5. But if he Mind Controls the 5-10, I'm just gonna lose directly. But I figure I'm probably gonna lose the hard-fought battle. So we're just gonna let this happen. One thing I did not know before, this tile is loose. I did not know this. Look at this. I had no idea for the longest time that was there. Well, it seems like my opponent does not actually have the Mind Control, which is encouraging. He also did not have any Shadow Word deaths, which is encouraging. Holy Nova there is an interesting play. I see. So he actually did a really good job. He's basically going to kill my guy now. I got to give him some mad props. That was really well played. Ironbark Protector. Well, this is an interesting play. The problem with it is my guy's going to die. So what I think I'd rather do is hold off on that. Oh man, I have nothing else to do. Fuck, I have nothing else to do with, like, my 6 mana. Except for Starfire. But there's no point Starfiring because this guy survives it. That 6 health is so freaking good. Okay, I get a hero ability and Starfire. And then that lets me keep my creature alive. Yeah, we're actually going to do that. I do take a fair bit of damage, but I'm kind of high on damage anyway. Priests aren't exactly known for their burn potential. Let's keep this guy alive. Play this. My opponent clearly did not have Mind Control or he would have stolen my 5-10, so I know that if he were to get Mind Control, it would have to be via top decking. So next turn, I can play the Ironbark Protector. In the meantime, he's pretty low on life, so he better hurry up and do something good soon. Holy Smite. Ah, he had the Holy Smite. Acidic Swamp Ooze. Okay. Starfall is unfortunately not super good here. Swipe is better. I could kill everything with Swipe. If I play this, and he Mind Controls me, I'm in serious trouble. If I play this, I'm actually in, it's like a bit more of hedging my bets. I'm kind of threatening to do great things. This is 5 mana, leaves me with 4 mana. I could kill that ghoul. I could also play the Acidic Ooze. Trade with his Acidic Ooze. Hero ability, deal some damage. This thing's actually starting to get pretty big. It might be worth it to silence it. Yeah, I'm actually going to keep my creatures back. Let's swing at him. Get a little bit of life going here. I didn't want to play the Ooze because if I do, he can trade both of his in. This guy becomes a 5/3, which actually trades with my Gurubashi. Alright, well that still is going to do some trading. He 2-for-1 me there. Seems fine, especially now this is ripe for a swipe. Really, really ripe. Oh my god, he protects it. God, that hero ability is so good! Ugh. Mana freaking live. Alright, where's spell power when you need it? Starfall and Swipe do wrath his board. Then I have monstrous card advantage. Probably win the game. Alright, we'll do that. Let's, Starfall. Kill this Panther. And let's also Swipe. That's turn. This is not a play I would ordinarily make. I made it in this particular situation because I have a gigantic card lead against my opponent. Alright, this spends 2 of his mana, but doesn't cost him a card. That's totally irrelevant. And that's kind of big. 6/6. Not bad. I think what we're going to do here is the following. Let's play the Ironbark. And let's actually silence that. Make it a 4/4. It makes it harder for him to kill my Ironbark. If he draws Mind Control or Shadow Word Death, I'm kind of in trouble. Mind Control, I'd probably lose. Shadow Word Death, I could still come back, because it would be these 3 cards versus my whole hand, so I'd be in okay shape, I think. It appears that he has drawn neither of those. Shadow Madness. Oh, interesting. Well, that basically allows him to kill my Ironbark if he wishes. At the cost of everything except for his Novice Engineer. I think that puts me in pretty good shape. He's going to heal up. Alright, fair enough. Well, I draw a card. Let's just drop my stuff here. Hang on to my Mana Addict for now. I don't want to extend too much. Might as well get some damage on my opponent while I can. I don't have any spells to play, so this thing is kind of sucky at the moment anyway. And he's healing up, of course. That makes sense. Interesting. I don't know what he has that he wouldn't want to play it. Yeah, let's take the time to kill his creature. Swing. And let's put this down. Now that I have a spell, let's put this down. And I'm going to hang on to this guy as a surprise. It's basically like a surprise 4 damage in my pocket. Keep in mind, Wrath has been nerfed. It no longer deals damage to heroes, so I cannot use this to burn my opponent out. But at the moment I've got 7, 10, 11 damage, 12 damage, 16 damage, and then this boosts the Mana Addict, so it's like another 18 damage, so if he doesn't taunt or anything, he's screwed. Okay, I'm going to have to recount everything. Let's do a quick count on it all. Oh, okay, that lets me win pretty easily. Alright, so what we're going to do is Wrath, in order to beef up my Mana Addict. We're going to Swipe in order to beef up my Mana Addict and deal 4 damage. And I don't know if this is actually necessary, but just in case, I don't feel like doing the math. Alright, that's the game! Pretty good game against the Priest. It is worth noting that as a Druid, playing a late game with giant creatures, over the course of your career, you will lose some games because your opponent plays Mind Control. It's just going to happen. You have to accept it. In that particular game, I didn't, but I think it's difficult, if not impossible, to play around Mind Control while still applying the needed pressure to actually beat your opponent. Gotta say, I'm really happy I picked up Starfall in this draft. I always pray for Starfall. Granted, it's a rare. You're not super likely to get it. But I always pray for it. It's such a good spell. Dealing 2 damage to everything or 5 damage to one thing is just super great. And especially as a Druid, because you've got things like Swipe and Hero ability, to be able to deal an extra point of damage here and there, it's really nice. Maticus. Paladins have Consecration. Weirdly enough, I don't actually like Consecration very much at all, because Paladins, unlike Druids, don't have a lot of ways to add on a little bit of extra damage if you need it. Alright, so here's an interesting thing. I could actually hold on to for the questing adventure, then try to like pump it up real big by playing Argent Squire and Secret Keeper after it, but that doesn't seem right at all, because my mage might just have Polymorph, and I think putting these down earlier is going to be better. Now, my opponent is a mage. She might have some secrets. Let's just go ahead
Protects me.
and be quote-unquote aggressive. This will at least inhibit her from making some turn 2 plays she might have been interested in making. Leaving me, however, with nothing to do on turn 2 besides hero ability. Another option would have been play this guy, hold the Secret Keeper back, and then on turn 2 coin one of these out, on turn 3 play the other. Alright, well that's actually something I'm not that bothered by, because I kept the Divine Shield on the Argent Squire. That's totally fine. So we can hero ability and take this guy out. So basically, my opponent, on her turn, can kill this with hero ability, and then we're sort of even. Obviously, it would have been a little bit luckier if the other Mad Bomber Barrel had hit me or my opponent, but considering 2 of the 4 targets on the board were things that I didn't want being hit, I'm pretty lucky, given how things turned out. Alright, a mage has a million and one ways to kill this questing adventure, but I'm actually going to play it anyway,
Give me a quest.
because I want to bait removal. Like, if a mage has Polymorph right now and plays it on this to stop it from getting out of hand, that would be pretty spectacular. Or like even a Frostbolt or something. So look at this, Frostbolt. If I'd played the Scarlet Crusader, she could have hero ability, pop Divine Shield, kill Scarlet Crusader with Frostbolt. Now I get to keep my better creature. And in fact, I could play it down and it's quite threatening against a Swordsmith. Although the mage can always pop the Divine Shield. I don't really have it. Yeah, let's actually just do this.
I'll put it on
It's a 5/4, it's quite large at this time. Mages do have quite a few things that will kill it. Frostbolt plus hero ability will kill it again, but that questing adventure was 3 mana, bait my opponent's Frostbolt, seems fine. Alright, this is actually really nice. I get to trade my guy for this Azure Drake, which is pretty cool. Alternately, I could play the Druid of the Claw against the Azure Drake. Alternately, I could actually swipe the Azure Drake. Now, there's a lot of things I could do to this Azure Drake. This Azure Drake has got it coming, he just doesn't even know it. Well, let's hold on to the... So what's better, basically, Swipe or Druid of the Claw? It's an interesting question. I guess the Druid of the Claw is a little bit more flexible than Swipe is, so we'll use the Swipe right here. And I'm going to kill that thing off. I don't see the reason to let my opponent keep creatures around. This now does die to Frostbolt, but it was already dead to Frostbolt anyway from hero ability, so whatever, it's all fine. Quick count, 6 cards, 5 cards, so I'm a little bit of a disadvantage here. Fireball, well I baited a Fireball, that's good news. Spell Power, it's a little bit scary to see them with Spell Power. Okay, so here's a tricky question. I could Druid of the Claw, charge in and kill this thing. Now, the temptation, of course, is to play this as a Taunter, because that survives Flame Strike. And I might want to survive Flame Strike. Flame Strike is a good thing to survive. Alternatively, I could play this and this. Heal up. This kind of survives Flame Strike. And then save my stuff for later. I could also play this, but this is leaving me wide open to Polymorph. Play this attack. Here's the thing. If I play this as a Taunter, eventually this can get sacked in and be Flame Struck anyway. Alright, let's diversify our portfolio. Let's play 2 creatures rather than 1. There's no real incentive for my opponent to play Flame Strike here. No real incentive to play Blizzard. Alright, he's popping the Divine Shield. He played a Blizzard to kill these 2 creatures. Wow. I guess with Spell Power... Oh, I forgot about the Spell Power. That is pretty good. Wow, this guy is kind of huge. It's sort of asking for a Polymorph, though. Let's actually take it a little bit slow. Alright, let's charge in, kill the Spell Power. Play the Mana Addict.
Taste the mana.
See if he's got Flame Strike. Even if it kills 2 creatures, this killed one of his, so that's okay. Although I'd be kind of falling even further behind in card advantage. Got, oh man, does he have another, like, Blizzard? What the hell's going on here? He's got two, but this is a rare card. This is a rare card, and he's got two of them. That is a load of baloney nuts, if I ever saw one. Alright, let's play... Golly, I feel like he's got a polymorph. This would also probably get polymorphed. So let's play that. It's also pretty good on the board at the moment. It allows me to use my hero ability for a life and a damage. Granted, this guy's not that great against mages, because mages can always spend 2 mana to pop the Divine Shield. But still, it's 2 mana he has to spend doing that.
Don't mess.
Alright, there we go. Finally seeing him play some, you know, lame cards. That's good. Two blizzards in a row. Oh god, that's scary. Alrighty, those need to start a-dying. Can I go? Where's my spell power? I really need it. Let's see. Spell power. It's 2 damage to everything. I could play hero ability, finish one of them off. This guy finish the other one. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Thank goodness I drafted that card. That is a good card, is what that is. Alright, we're gonna do this to finish off this, so my creature takes less damage. We're gonna get rid of this, I think, because it's a bit more threatening. That's turn. Alright, so my opponent has 4 cards on the screen to my 3. Which is a little bit sad. There's the polymorph. Okay. Okay, there it is. Had the polymorph. Oh, that's really scary in a mage's hands. I can't kill it at the moment, unfortunately. Alright, kills my sheep. Starfire. Actually, you know what? It's worth it, I think, to wait a turn on playing this, to not let my opponent get any card advantage. That is just a really important creature to kill. Okay, this is actually really good. So my opponent could attack this in and hero ability finish it off. That's fine, though. I baited a polymorph and 2 blizzards and a fireball. How many more removal spells could he have? Well, he can have all that stuff. That's a little terrifying. Swipe is not that great right now. Oh, Jesus. It really is just terrible. I could swipe this and, like, finish it off, but that's just so bad. If I play this as a 5/10... the problem is it's dealing 5... Oh, gosh. It's dealing 5 damage. Both of his guys could attack into it, deal 7 damage, kill it, be left at 1 health, then swipe could finish him off next turn. So we'll do that. Let's play this. Taunter. Let's... I don't want to hit this with my bear, because then, actually, it's important, because he could do 7, 9... Terribly. Okay, so I actually have to do this, sad as it is. I don't want to put... Actually, I'll put this down. Why not? There's 2 taunters in the way. This guy can survive. So we'll play him right now. Okay, so the idea... My genius plan is this. He plays 7 damage, 10 damage. These guys are left at 1. I have the swipe. That is the plan. Is it a far-fetched plan? Yes. But I think it's the only chance I really have to win this game, given what he's been able to do. Alright, that's good to see. That's not super relevant right here. Sure, it kills my guy, but all things considered, it's not that big of a deal. Question is he going to... Oh my god, I screwed up my own master plan! Oh, Jesus Christ! Because of this guy, his guys can't attack into me, because they die. Because of the attack buff. Oh god. You know what? That might have actually worked if I had held back the raid leader. I really screwed up. Shoot. Well, let's see. I got 6, 8 damage. Man, he's got so much health. So what I think he's probably planning to do is 7, 9. And then hero ability finish off. Pop the thingy. Then I've still got a swipe. Then this guy can actually kill my raid leader, which is really sad. Don't see any way to stop that, though. If I attack this, kill it, I get frozen. I don't think I really want to get frozen, though, is the problem. And the raid leader would still die, because he could finish it off with that guy. Kill him with my kill the raid leader with this harvest column. Alright, what we're gonna do is this.
You gotta be kidding me!
This. Like that. So we'll let him make the trades. It's a bit risky if he top decks like a Polymorph or a Pyroblast or something and he takes it out. But I think it's better to do that than to hit him and open up the easy trade for him. Alright, that is a good answer in a turn to my Ancient of War. Problem is he's dead. I mean, it's 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16, 17. Yeah, he's got to start trading. Alright, so he just 2-for-1'd himself. I'm okay with that. So you have to be very careful of the right order in which you do things. First, actually it makes no difference, does it? Yeah, it really makes no difference. Okay, we'll just do it anyway. First we do this. Then we play this. Okay, can I win? 7 plus 4 is 11? No. Okay. Then we do this. So he is in Mega... Oh, I don't have enough mana, right? He's in Mega top deck mode. He has to draw a Fireball or a Polymorph or a Pyroblast. You know, mages have so many things that will kill this. It's amazing. Like, mages have so many outs as a class. It's going after me. I'm way too far from dying, though, so it doesn't really matter. Claw. Can I win? Yes, I can. Always look for the win. That was a pretty fun game. You know, I feel pretty good about that victory. I don't think that was too ridiculous or anything. I mean, I survived a couple of blizzards. Fireball. I think there was a Polymorph in there somewhere. A Frostbolt. My opponent threw a lot of removal at me. Granted, I had 2 swipes and a Starfall, all of which were extremely clutch, but it was a good game. Alright, we're at 6-0. That's a very good place to be. Always exciting to be at 6 wins, because you know, it's so scary. The games are so tense. You're like trying to get up to 7 wins. But it's nice to be at 6-0 or 6-1 so that you have, like, you know, a little bit of leeway for the tension. It's good to be playing Druid again. Druids were nerfed in the patch. Not much, but as you saw, it was almost decisive in one game. Druids have been nerfed a little bit, but still pretty fun. Doing better with Druid than I have in a long time. Paladin. Alright, feel pretty good against a Paladin, to be honest, because if I can drop my big creatures, Paladin is probably, like, the least capable class of killing those things. Alright, well, this is way too early in the game for these cards, but luckily I drew a turn 2 play, which is nice. And this is actually, I'm fine with. Twilight Drake is always a little sad when you're first, because when you're second, you have 2 extra cards. The extra card you start with plus the coin, so Twilight Drake is just that much better. But now that the Twilight Drake is nerfed, and this is basically a Chill Wind Yeti that can be silenced, I'm fine with playing the card. Okay, I think I just have one of these, right? I just have one, and he, like, always just leaps into my hand. I really hope my opponent doesn't have a coin play. My biggest danger with this hand is being rushed down, and my opponent has a non-coin play, which means he still has the coin. That's a little bit scary. So if I play the Knife Juggler, what happens is this guy will probably just trade into it. If I hero ability, this guy is probably just going to sit there because he doesn't really want to reveal himself attacking me because he knows that I can hero ability and kill him. So what I'm going to do is hero ability, gain a little bit of life against this, and then basically if my opponent makes a minion, I can hero ability kill it. If he does something else and attacks with the guy, I can kill this. If he does something else and doesn't attack with this, hopefully I've bought enough time that it'll be okay. He doesn't reveal himself. Alright, great. What we're going to do is just hero up and kill this thing. Basically, I'm playing super slow. The reason being that I think the slow game favors me with, you know, the Gurubashi and the Ironbark and the Twilight Drake and all this stuff coming up. Twilight Drake's actually going to be really big next turn. It's going to be, what, a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be a 4-7. It's really difficult for Paladins to take out a 4-7. Now, I could also play this. If I don't play this now, it's going to be difficult for me to play it later. But, you know, if creatures die, opportunities will come up. I think a 4-7 on the board is just so freaking good right now. So much better than a 5-4. But it's worth it. Like a 5-4, he could play True Silver Champion, kill it, the end. He could play Hammer of Wrath, sack Novice Engineer, the end. 4-7? He could have a Silence, but Silence effects are rarer than the effects he's likely to have that would take out the Brewmaster. Spellbreaker would probably be the best card he could play. Spellbreaker, Novice Engineer, sack in, kill my Twilight Drake. The end. He's taking his time, which suggests he doesn't have it. He also hasn't been playing very much. He just played the Worgen, Minions, and this thing. So he also has a late game hand here. He's going late game for late game. It's a very brave Paladin who wants to face the Druid in the late game. Of course, there are good things he could have, but I feel like I've got some really high quality cards. coming up on the next few turns. Plus, this is about to start laying down the beats. Alright, that's a pretty good play here. It's flooding the board with a lot of stuff. He's very smart attacking with this right now, by the way, because he knows I've probably got better things to do with my mana than spend it hero abilitying that. Alright, so I have a couple options here. I could actually play Knife Juggler, Farseer, see what the knife hits. It's got, see, after I obviously have to kill this. So after I kill that, there's like a 50-50 chance it's going to kill something good, and a 50-50 chance it'll just totally whiff. A more hedging the bets kind of play would be to play the Farseer and use the hero ability to take out the Worgen Infiltrator. A ballsy play would be this guy as a taunt. 4/6 is just really huge. Paladin's not that great at dealing with it. If he had a silence, he would have obviously played it against the Drake, so he doesn't have any silences, so it'd be like a 4/6 with taunt. What's he really going to do with 5 mana against that? It's not a whole lot, honestly. I think actually this is the best plan here. Protect my Twilight Drake. Well, kind of. I mean, I could just play this. My Twilight Drake, he could throw everything at it to kill it. You know, my instincts tell me this is the right play. I'm not exactly sure why. I just feel like this seems more correct because it's protecting my Twilight Drake in case he had like a Hammer of Wrath. He could like Dragonling, Mechanical of Wrath, finish it off, something like that. Now his main out right now is True Silver Champion. He could play Mechanical Dragonling, smack me with True Silver Champion, be ready to kill this next turn. But for each thing that he kills with True Silver Champion, he's taking damage and sacrificing some board presence, so I feel like I would be okay with those trades. Well, this game's going really well. I didn't lose any damage in the early game because my opponent had a slow start. And yeah, he's got the True Silver Champion, but that's fine. He's got to pay to use it with his life and with some of his board presence. So I feel like that's fine as far as trades go. He's very wisely not attacking into my Drake because he knows I'm probably going to kill something with it. And when I do, he'll be able to finish it off with True Silver Champion. Is there any way I can use the Gurubashi Berserker here? I could play it, then it just sits there. What am I talking about? I could use the Knife Juggler, Farseer, heal this guy back up. Oh god, what's his maximum health? I don't think I can see it. What was it, a 7? I think this is the time to actually play this thing. Yeah, alright, what we're going to do is this. We're going to do this. We're going to do... Oh, if I did this, I would be 1 mana short of hero ability. So I could basically play the Knife Juggler and the Farseer, heal up, and have a 50-50 chance of killing that guy. Or I could more conservatively play the Farseer hero ability, kill this guy for sure. Let's go for the gold. Well, hang on, if I play this, it just dies a True Silver Champion. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's have my inferior creature be the one that dies to the weapon and clear out the board. So here's where the motto of don't let paladins keep creature I think is a pretty good one. Alright, so we're up to 7 mana, 1 turn away from the Protector. Sadly, I cannot play my Brewmaster, but the fact that the Twilight Drake had 7 health to this guy's 4, I think definitely vindicates the Twilight Drake's play. Had I played this guy, he'd already be dead. Now, my opponent has been just hoarding cards. He's got 8 cards. 9 on the board if you count this. I also have 8 cards on the board. I'm gambling that mine are better. He's likely to have giant neutral creatures, whereas I have a giant Druid creature, which is pretty strong. Alright, well, all that remains to be seen is what he's got, so let's play it out, dude. Is he going to keep the axe? Ah, I see. He's going to finish off my Twilight Drake. It's a very interesting choice. It does allow my 3 mana drop to kill his 6 mana guy. But at the same time, he might have just not had anything better to do. Alright, fair enough. So let's go ahead and... yeah, let's kill that. So I want to play this now. Yeah, let's see, how much more can I play after it? 2 more things after it? Alright. This is actually fine, I think. The only thing that dies to Consecration is the Knife Juggler. I'm alright with that, I think. If it's 4 out of the 7 mana. Paladins could kill this, of course, with another True Silver Champion, which he's not unlikely to have. That is a common card. And every Paladin who drafts is going to take everyone that they can lay their hands on. But I figure, you know, if this is going to bait a swing of a True Silver Champion, that's fine by me. He's spending more than half of his mana doing that, and then I got this guy next turn. Unlike priests, Paladins don't have a you lose the game card against Ironbark Protector. There's really very little Paladin can do to deal with this. It's just like the Paladin's worst nightmare, trying to kill that thing. Alright, no... Oh, does he have a Consecration? Motherfucker! He has a Consecration. That makes the mana thing die. That is a shame. Alright. I think... this is. I could, of course, swipe, but then I have nothing good to do with 4 mana. So let's just go ahead and play our cards here. I'm going to do this because... against a Paladin, the difference between 1 damage and 2 damage is none. Anything that he could kill you at with 1 damage would also kill you at 2 damage, namely Hammer of Wrath. If he obviously has a little Chumper Nugget out, then that would kill it, but I'm taunting, and also he has no Chumper Nuggets out on the board right now.
I wonder.
I think this guy, if he lives another turn, because my opponent doesn't have a Hammer of Wrath here, is officially out of... there's Holy Wrath! Well, it dealt 2 damage, so that's fine. He's about half of his mana doing that, so I'm okay with it. I don't really want to swing at little 1/1s with the Ironbark Protector, especially because even with Blessing of Kings, this thing will still not be able to kill my dude. Let's go ahead and drop some stuff. Don't see any reason not to. Boom! 9 damage. Alright, he's in trouble. He's actually dead next turn. I mean, this guy plus Starfire is 16 damage. So, or sorry, 14 damage. Plus hero ability, 15 damage if need be. So my opponent needs a taunt. This is where it just sucks being a Paladin. Like, he's got 8 cards in his hand. Honestly, I don't even know what would save him. I guess a Sunwalker would do it. Because I could kill the Sunwalker, but then I wouldn't have enough damage left to kill him. I actually have 9 damage. Swipe also has not been nerfed, so it still deals damage. So I have 9 damage here. It's a lot of damage coming at my opponent. Actually, 5 plus 9. Yeah, even if these guys are allowed to attack, this will finish my opponent off. Now, a Sunwalker would still save him. Looks like he doesn't have the Sunwalker. He's got that. Ooh. Spending 4/9 of his mana to draw a card, and he's still dead. He'd better have something good. Stampeding Kodo. Very good answer to a Gurubashi Berserker. Gurubashi Berserker is a very big creature, but you'll notice it has only 2 power to start with. So the Kodo was great. Not that that matters, because I have Starfire. The end! Yay! Wait, what? Oh, it's 5 damage. I forgot about that. I thought it's 6 mana, 6 damage. You know how it is. Shut up, it's late. Okay, anyway, that was it. And we're up to level 8. I think I was at level 1 with my Druid when this arena started, so that's all nice. Yeah, it's great. 7 wins. I haven't gone 9-0 in a while. I don't actually track in my stats whether my 9-win arenas are 0, 1, or 2, just because I'm pretty sure the awards are the same, so I don't really care. But anyway, I don't believe I've posted a 9-0 video on YouTube yet, so it'd be kind of cool to get that. Honestly, though, I'm not that concerned about the bragging rights. I just love the fact that I am getting a prize, namely the opportunity to play in more arenas. Warrior! Slants the Warrior. Haven't seen Warriors yet in this arena. Bit shocking considering how good they are.
I must protect them.
Okay. Against a Warrior, I'm actually going to keep this Voodoo Doctor. I feel like he's worth more dealing early game damage and sucking up a hit from a Fiery War Axe than he is late game potentially healing something. He also might slow down my opponent. Like, if he has like a really good 2-drop, he might not want to play it and just have it die against the Voodoo Doctor. So that's slowing my opponent down is good to give my good cards a chance to come online. Interesting choice from my opponent here. He knows I can just kill it with my Hero Blade, and I really have nothing better to do. So maybe he top decked it. Maybe he played it on purpose to, hoping I had 2-turn plays, and he wanted to waste my time. So it was a reasonable play on his part. It just happened to work out very well for me. Alright, has he got the Fiery War Axe? Of course he does. This is difficult. So, I don't really want to play this just to have it die. Don't really feel the need to do that, so we're just going to hero up. Pass turn. This guy will most likely be coming down as a 4/6 with taunt to survive the Fiery War Axe, or at least make it somewhat difficult for my opponent to kill him. Let's see what he's got in retaliation. Coin. Senjin Shieldmaster. Shieldwind Yeti. Senjin Shieldmaster. Fair enough. Alright, I can't play this yet. This is 5 mana, unfortunately. I can't play that yet. All I can really do here is hero up and do nothing. I can actually hit this once. And then try to use this cat next turn to charge in? Question mark? Yeah, we'll do that. I think that's fine. This is definitely telegraphing my move a little bit. A good player can guess that I have the cat, but against a warrior with turn 2 Fiery War Axe, I'm just behind anyway, so I might as well play a little bit fast and loose. Warriors aren't the greatest at killing big creatures, though they can if they have Execute and Whirlwind. Or Brawl. Wow, he's going to swing at me with the Fiery War Axe. So he either has another weapon behind this, or he's gambling that I'm never going to play anything. Ah, he's got another weapon behind it. Alright, fair enough. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and continue on with our plans.
Where shall I strike?
So we'll kill this Senjin Shieldmaster. Fortunately, this weapon was kind of perfect for killing my guy. I'm not getting any 2-for-1s out of this. But we are coming up on turn 6, which is a pretty good turn for me. I can Starfire one of his creatures, draw a card, slow him down a little bit, and then play the Ancient of War the next turn. This will be really difficult for my opponent to kill without a little bit of luck and pretty much the perfect cards. Oh my gosh, warriors and their weapons. So good. Definitely behind, by the way. There's no illusions that at 20 health I am pretty far behind at this point in the game. Had I played this raid leader on turn 3, my opponent would have hit the raid leader with the Fiery War Axe, so I wouldn't have been hit in the face. So it would have like saved me 3 damage-ish. I did gain a point of life, so it would have, with the hero ability, so it would have saved me 2 health. And yeah, it would have saved me 2 health basically. I guess that's not the greatest. Alright, there's really nothing to do here. Stuff just all dies. So yeah, we'll Starfire that thing.
Job's done.
Last turn. Oh, that would have been nice to have actually. Oh, that's alas. Okay, well, let's see. He can hit me for 5, 7. It's getting a little scary. I'm down to 10 health. Definitely scary. But I do have a Taunter coming down, so if he has a Silence, he'll probably just win. If he doesn't have a Silence, he could be in trouble. Let's see, 4, 7, 9. Even that does not quite kill my Ancient of War. Ah, Swamp Ooze. There you are. Thanks for coming. So this is the game of does my opponent have Silence, because if he does, this is 4, 7, 9, I'm pretty much boned at that point. There's really won't be much I can do. If he doesn't have a Silence, I might hang in there. It never feels that great as a Druid just dropping one big creature and hoping your opponent... Oh my god, he has the Silence! Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's actually the kill. Alright, well played. Motherfucker. Well, there goes the 9-0 dream. But, yeah, I just had a slow start and my opponent had turn 2 Fiery War Axe. Basically, I absolve myself of all feelings of responsibility when losing a game if my opponent plays turn 2 Fiery War Axe. I'm very much looking forward to the day when that card gets nerfed to cost 3 mana, which I'm pretty sure is what it should cost. Basically, if you think about it, the Stormforged Axe from Shamans, that costs 3 mana. It has the same total damage plus durability, but it has Overload, so that costs 3 mana. Poison Dagger for Rogues is basically a Fiery War Axe, but it costs 3 mana, hero ability plus Poison Dagger. So, Fiery War Axe just really, in no universe, should be costing 2 mana. But, hey, I'll be enjoying playing it as a warrior myself, when I play warriors in the arena. And when you lose against it, you lose against it. Alright, Paladin, it's great to see. Even got an early drop, it's fantastic. This is some early removal. I'll keep these guys. They're just so good, and I've got stuff to do in the meantime. Probably he'll make one of these guys at some point, and I'll hero ability to kill it in return. All that stuff. Savage Roar is also a really good combo with Argent Squire. It can let the Argent Squire deal 3 damage that turn. And pop the Divine Shield. And then I can deal 2 damage behind it, because I am a character. So Savage Roar is a little bit better than it looks if you have even 1 creature on the board. Alright, so he's playing a dude. I obviously don't want this chumper niblet to pop my Divine Shield, so we'll kill it. The Druid ability basically negates the Paladins, as long as there's no taunt on the board, because I heal the point of damage and I deal a point of damage, and that's life. By the way, I'm happy to do this all day. If he wants to churn these guys out and trade hero abilities with me all day, no probalo. That is just fine. That is actually a really good thing to deal with Savage Roar. So notice the beauty of what happens. Pop the Divine Shield, kill that. And I can kill the thing that spawns. So he paid 3 mana, I paid 3 mana. Even Stevens. Now I'm coming up to turn 4 in great shape. He did not get off any kind of a rush against me. And I can coin out one of these guys and coin out the other. Alright, so that would be a good creature to kill. Sadly, I don't... Oh, I don't have enough oomph. This is 3 damage for it. I could actually kill it. That doesn't seem right, though. Let's instead... Well, let's think. That's a tricky situation. I'd love to Starfire is what I'd really love to do. If I played the Gurubashi Berserker... He'd get, like, wings. I wouldn't really hit him very hard. He'd be just down to, like, a... He'd be down to, like, an 8-7. That'd be a little scary. I could just kill it right now. Wrath, this, hero ability. Done. If I play Taunt,
What?
Blessing of Kings. It's actually a little different because he deals 4 damage, so it'd be an 8-5, which is will die to Starfire. Okay,
I don't have enough mana.
that's fine.
Where shall I strike?
Or I could just charge. What am I thinking about? Yeah, let's just do this. This guy did his job. Let's just do that. That's the smoothest, cleanest way to take care of the problem, I think.
You gotta be kidding me!
Alright, that's a pretty good card. Well, this guy just dies to it, so that seems pointless. She... what I really want to do is Starfire and Wrath, but that's 8 mana. That's not for another few turns. Starfire and Hero ability, I'm going to take a lot of damage. I think I'm going to have to pop the Divine Shield, and then and then Wrath that thing to death. Is how it's going to have to go. Yeah. This guy's just going to die, so we're going to go ahead and Hero ability up. Taking 7 damage to the face is a bit unfortunate here, but at least I have a decently efficient way of killing this. Divine Shield plus Wrath, that seems fine. Definitely slowing me down, because that was a good 5-turn play. If he plays a Taunt, I'm in kind of big trouble. Oh my god, that's going to be Noble Sacrifice. Noble Sacrifice. Jesus Christ. Well, if it's not Noble Sacrifice, I'm going to feel really silly, but since that's the only good, that's the only good Paladin secret, I have to assume he has it. So yeah, we're gonna do this. Swing. Oh wow! What's that you say? It was Noble Sacrifice? Look at that. Look at that. Alright, boink. So now we can do this. And this. And actually, this is totally worth it. Still early enough in the game. Turn 7 with how many cards he has in his hand. It could have really been relevant that he could get a discount of 1 mana. So I decided, there's no point in risking it. Alright, so this Paladin, considering he's a Paladin, did pretty well. That Ventrico Merc really turned things around for him. Let's take a sip of good luck water. And hope that when my Ancient of War arrives, it does good things. Paladins just have a devil of a time killing that thing. What do Paladins even have that will take care of this? I guess that's one thing. Okay, that's pretty good. Well, Starfire is only 5 damage. Oh, I needed this to be 6 damage. It's not 6 damage, it's 5. Fuck. 5, 7, 8, 9 question mark. No, we're just gonna have to do this. Although the Giant is a pretty good answer because they trade essentially. Alright. This is a pretty timely play, this Sea Giant here. Alright, at least he has no easy decisions. Consecration. Ah. That was a really clever play. So now basically, that guy dies, he can kill this guy. And he still has 4 mana to work with. Oh, that's frustrating. It's a really good card right here. Well, don't see much of an option. That's clearly got to happen. This guy's pointless to play because the Cobra kills it and still survives. So we'll get some health. This is definitely not good. He still has 4 cards behind him. He's had all the right cards. The Consecration, the Giant, the Ventricle Merc, the Cobra. He has not missed any beats. He's still not missing any beats. Jesus. Oh my freaking Christ. That's terrible. Well, he just has a giant board now. This is ridiculous. Fuck. And this guy got buffed so he can now actually kill the Chillwind Yeti. Motherfucker. Well, I don't see much better than killing that. That seems like a pretty good start. And this guy actually survives, quote unquote, against his stuff. He can 2-for-1, but he'd need some help from his cards to kill it. So I'm basically hoping he's run out of cards. Like, he's had cards all game, well, except for the beginning. The beginning was slow. In the mid-game onward, he had all the perfect cards. So I'm hoping now's the time when he's run out of cards. And that's actually not changing anything. Everything is still the same as it used to be, so that's fine.
The gates are open.
That's also not really changing anything. So yeah, everything's fine now. Except for the fact that, oh, he can just ignore my shit. Right. So he just forgot about this guy and just went ahead and tried to kill me. Well, that's a pretty good plan, considering that now I can't do anything. Claw is not going to save me. That's the game. Wow.
I can see.
Oh my goodness. That went bad in a hurry. Man, that Paladin game, that was really ridiculous. So it was Ventrico, then he had a Giant, then he had Consecration to kill my Giant Tree. Then, after that all got taken care of, he had Cobra, so I couldn't play things. Then he had another big creature and the Defender of Argus to buff them up. Yeah, I don't think I had anything I could have done differently there to win that game. That was really hard. Good start, but from turn 5 onward, it was just a nightmare. Well, good thing I made it to 7 wins before that all started happening. Anyway, Lacrimosa is a different Paladin. I was playing against Bothel or something like that. This is a bit of a tricky call. There might not be anything to silence for a while. But then again, if he plays like a Pint-Sized Summoner, I'm just going to feel silly. So yeah, we'll keep that around. Hopefully he'll play like a Knife Juggler or a Pint-Sized Summoner. Something worth silencing. And in any case, I have some other removal if I need it. Alright, looks like I'm playing a Knife Juggler now in turn 2. Barring extraordinary circumstances. Yeah, these might be extraordinary circumstances.
Mind if I
Loot
roll
Hoarder.
me?
Interesting. Well, I can either silence it and then trade the owl, or I can let him have his card and keep my owl. Well, I think it's actually better to let him have his card and keep my owl. Either way, I go a card down relative to him. So I'd rather have him have a random card, but me keep my owl, than me lose my owl, but him not get a random card. Currently, I'm looking forward to Chillwind Yeti. It's a good turn 4 play. And a pretty good turn 3 play since he didn't do anything last turn is Knife Juggler. Hammer of Wrath will not kill it quite yet. He's already spent his coin playing the Loot Hoarder, so the Knife Juggler's safe. That's a very interesting play. Clearly the only reason he would put this down in front of a Knife Juggler is if he were playing with, you guessed it, Noble Sacrifice. So I could Wrath this thing and kill it, but then Noble Sacrifice would kill my Knife Juggler when I attack. So what I'm going to do instead is hang on to that Wrath, attack him to fish out the, you guessed it, Noble Sacrifice. And how greedy do I want to be? I think I'll actually be pretty greedy. I am going to use my Wrath right here. This is a really good time to use it. Keep my quality creature around. Put 3 damage on. Keep the pressure on. Seems fine. My deck's not aggressive, but I haven't really drawn that much of my late game, and if you happen to get an aggressive start with the late game deck, all the better. Alright, he has to spend his removal, then killing my thing, but that's his whole turn. I am able to keep the pressure up. Let's actually put this guy down. I feel like this guy's good to play because it discourages him from making Chumper Niblets, and there's not a lot that Paladins have that will kill it. Paladins actually can't really kill Yetis either very well. Blessing of... Okay, so basically every time this attacks, he draws a card. That's fine. If I silence it, it's just a humble 2/7, so that's no good either. So yeah, he's going to be getting lots of cards. good man.
Handle it!
So when someone places Blessing of Wisdom on you, you kind of have to be very careful. You don't want to attack just every turn, because it's possible that if you do, you're going to give your opponents a lot of cards. Like, hitting him for 2 damage is not worth giving him a card, but killing his Raid Leader is worth giving him a card, so that's fine. Especially because it turns on my Enrage. Let's go ahead and also play this guy. This game, notice how differently this game is going because he didn't have anything on turn 5, no Ventricle Merc or anything to put pressure on me. It's a totally different game. So now I can actually survive a couple of turns, hopefully. Play the Ironbark Protector on turn 8, and once I do that, it's going to be really difficult for him to catch up.
Follow the rule.
Ah. Okay. Well, that was a pretty good turn for him.
Not on my watch.
Lol. Okay, I don't think I can attack with this guy anymore. I mean, I could Savage Roar, but then there's nothing to do with the rest of my mana. So yeah, we're just going to play the big tree. It will die if I make it a 10-5, because this plus that will kill it. I don't want to give him a card, so this guy's sort of out of the game at the moment. But don't count him out entirely. I mean, you know, some point later, for a critical final point of damage, might be able to do good things there. So really, a Paladin's only answer to this is Silence, making it a 5-5. That's pretty much it.
Glory to the
Ah, that's actually also an answer.
Not on
I don't know, I would have actually played this first, given that guy Divine Shield, and then played him, just to make him a 9-9. I think a 9-9 is better than a 6-6 with Divine Shield, but that's just me. Anyway, I gotta give my opponent credit. That's some fucking crazy good outs against my 5-10 tree. Okay, so I have some options here. I could play Savage Roar, swing, pop Divine Shield, swing, kill it. That does lose my tree though, sadly. I could kill this guy with my guy and turn on Enrage. That would give my opponent another card. Is that worth it? This is such a mental anguish conundrum, because this normally, like, if this was just like a 1-5, I would never dream of attacking. But if it's strong, but if it's enraging, it's kind of like, oh, should I? Maybe. All right, let's do this. Kill this thing. I am gonna kill this thing. I have a very good reason for doing so, which is I can now play my Ironbark Protector, and it's less likely, with him not having a thing around, that he'd be able to finish this guy off. Okay, well that actually is a little bit terrifying, because there's a 1 in 3 chance that my Ironbark's gonna die. Thankfully my Ironbark didn't, but I have to give this Paladin some motherfucking credit. He has held out so well. So here's the problem. This guy doesn't attack, but he's got 50-50 odds of killing my Taunter. If I silence him, then he becomes an 8-8, which is a problem. Now, if I silence this guy, he becomes a 3-3. I think that might be our ticket. I can't leave this guy around is the problem. I just can't leave him around. Ah, fuck, I can't leave him around. You just can't. Okay, well, I guess I can see how this humble paladin made it up so far. Okay, look. If I end up trading anyway, which is what I have to do, then I might as well silence this guy. Okay, so we're going to silence this guy. I can't really risk another turn of this going off, though. Claw swipe is 2, 4, 5 damage. Yeah, I really can't do it. Alright, we're going to have to trade. We can, however, still have a bunch of spells. We can claw, hero ability, cutlass, and pass the turn. It's a shame I couldn't play Nourish. Maybe I should have left this guy alive just so I could play Nourish and get 3 cards. But I feel like I'll have time to do that in a moment. Wow, this paladin! I can't believe he held up against a 7-10 and an 8-8 as a paladin, no less. It did take, however, an epic card and a legendary, so I do have to give myself some credit. Are you freaking kidding me? Jesus Christ. Okay. Starfire. It's the owl. We'll kill that thing. But then I still can't play Nourish. I'm 1 mana short. If I play Nourish, I have 5 mana. Swipe. Doesn't quite kill it. I'm 1 damage short. Fuck. Oh my god. This paladin is ridiculous. Alright. So, do I want to use hero ability to finish it off or Savage Roar? Well, I can take some damage. I can take a little bit of damage. I've got a lot of life. Okay. So, clearly he's got to stop having good cards now, right? He had the Epic, the Legendary, the Giant, and we're done. Yes? So next turn I can play this. That should equal whatever he has put on the board. I'm going to Nourish for 3 cards. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Put on some junkle-doodle-doo here. Oh my god. Fuck my life. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Well, 7, 9, 10 plus change. If I Nourish now, it's really risky. If I swipe, I don't kill anything good. Oh my lord. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Swipe here. Play that. Then this, if he attacks Sin to pop the Divine Shield, we'll be left at 1 health, so I can swipe whatever else he plays and finish this off. Secrets. Oh, I bet it's double sacrifice. I bet it's double sacrifice. Although if it's redemption, I actually would be in serious trouble.
Drink with me.
He's gonna drop that back into his hand. Interesting choice.
That was a mistake.
Why did he do it? Did he mean to click on the Silverhand Recruit? I don't know what he meant to do there. Alright, anyway, we're gonna keep the Ooze around because that's a real good card. I think it's worth killing his creatures.
Shall prevail.
Oh, right. Shit, I forgot. Noble Sacrifice. Oh my god, that stupid secret. Okay, anyway. I was going to do that regardless because I really want to play this. I really want to Nourish. Because I think that could just, break the game in my favor if I get this extra card advantage.
Well played.
Okay, so anyway. He can drop his guy back down, but now I've got my own guy to kill him. That seems like it was a really bad misplay, just misclicking and not getting the Silverhand Recruit. Frostwolf Warlord and me having spent all of my silences, I believe. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm in trouble here. Can't quite... Well, actually, I can kill that thing just fine. We can do Savage Roar. Do I still have that? Yep, still have that. Is there a better way? I could swipe. I think swipe is better to save than a Savage Roar, though.
What to do?
Yeah, let's go ahead and, actually, wait. Oh, I can't play this first because it's expensive. It's funny. Okay, let's Savage Roar.
Justice
Swing
shall
there. Swing there. Swing there. I know what he has. He has the giant thing. So what I think I want to do is play this.
Give me a quest.
Play this. Play this. I'm leaving the questing or the raid leader behind, so it's a surprise. And now we should be in good shape. Because I can raid leader. This is 2 damage. Swipe is 4 damage. I can kill his Ventricle Merc when he drops it back down. Ooh, does he have a healing creature here? He just pointed at himself. Probably has a Earthen Ring Farseer.
We must
Shattered
cleanse the
Sun Clan.
Sunwell.
Okay. That actually makes us survive against swipes, which is significant. But that's alright, because he played out his whole hand. I'm in really good shape now. So let's actually do this. And yeah, this seems totally fine.
I fight.
Boink. I can use hero ability then to finish this off. I'm just gonna trade this off. Heal myself up.
Quest accepted.
And my questing adventure is officially out of control. I like how I have my giant tree and my other giant tree and my Ventrico Mercenary, but the card that ultimately beats my opponents down is the questing adventurer. I wonder if my opponent lost the game due to that misclick. He should have, with the Brewmaster, brought back the little recruit. And then the extra initiative he had from that might have enabled him to win. Although I had a pretty good continuation there, so it would have been close regardless. Alright, so we made it up to 7-0, lost 2 games in a row. Got up to 8. Would be nice to get up to 9, because I believe the gold rewards are a little bit higher at 9 than at 8. So it'd be nice to get. But either way, I'm perfectly happy. I'm just happy to play Hearthstone, man. Hearthstone is a quality game. We're the opponents, as opposed to the coffee addict. Shaman, interesting. Mirage Summon. I'm guessing the Shaman must have really good cards. Don't really see that many Shamans up in the upper tiers these days. Secret Keeper. Alright, we'll play it on turn 1. Shamans and Druids don't have secrets. It's just going to be a 1-2 all game, but it can help clear out totems.
Well played.
Oops, I meant to say greetings. My bad. I'm not going to play my Ooze. Shamans do have weapons. Stormforged Axe is really good, and it's a common card. So, might as well hang on to the Ooze in case he has that, or in case he picked up a Doomhammer. That Paladin had so many epics and legendaries. It was, well, a few epics and legendaries. It was insane. Well, actually, he had 2 epics. The Divine Shield thing and the Giant, and then he had the legendary 8/8 thing. So if this Shaman is similar in that he's high up in the arena because he has a really stacked deck, it's not unlikely he would have a Doomhammer. Oh my gosh, this guy did something useful. So he played the Axe. He's overloaded next turn, and I get to play Badoink. I love that animation. God, I don't know if there's any better feeling in Hearthstone than playing a Swamp Ooze and destroying your opponent's weapon. I'm just not sure there's anything in this game that feels better than that. Alright, Totem. It's good to see. Hope it's not the 1-1. Fantastic. This Totem actually doesn't do anything. It's tricky.
For the crusade!
How aggressive do I want to be? If I ignore the Totem, it's more likely he pulls a Spell Power Totem. Yeah, we'll just kill it. We'll treat that as a taunt totem, basically, that I can ignore if I need to. All things considered, that could be worse. There's the Spell Power Totem. You don't really want to let the opponent keep those around. Alright, let's attack like that. Might as well just keep the card advantage going here. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's actually... No, I don't want to play the Raid Leader. That's too greedy. What we're going to do is we're going to coin out the Grizzly. I drew a lot of my early game here. Let's put the taunt down to protect my other creatures. We'll play the Raid Leader next and swing for a lot. Lightning Storm would blow me out, but that's fine. It's a rare card. He might have it. Certainly, if he's this far, it's not super unlikely he has it. But if he's got it, he's got it. I'll live with that. Alright, you don't really want to let Shamans keep spell power around, so let's play this. Play this. Swing, swing. I'm not going to play the Voodoo Doctor. That is starting to get a little crazy with the Lightning Storm. Right now I could actually beat a Lightning Storm because he'd have 5 cards left in hand. I would have like 4 because I have so much good card advantage. I killed several of his creatures for free basically. Yeah, I feel like it'd be okay. I don't want to overextend too much. He must think I have like a super aggressive deck. I don't. This is what I learned actually from playing a bunch of games. You might be tempted to play like a super aggressive deck, but you don't actually have to, because all you really need to do is just play a late game deck that just happens to have a few aggressive cards, and sometimes you'll just get like the aggressive draws. Now I get Starfall to kill this elemental. I wish I could buff this just once. That's not to be. I could also play the Sunwalker and ignore that guy. Sunwalker does not stack up well against the Fire Elemental, though. He could pop my Divine Shield and kill me without dying. Oh, no, it trades. Yeah, if he pops it, he'll die. Interesting. So, Starfall, keeping it here, I think, is the greedy play, because it, I hope that I can blow my opponent out later from him playing a bunch of cheap stuff. Okay, so if I Starfall, it's my whole turn, I keep swinging. If I play this, the whole turn I keep swinging. So it's really the same thing. Alright, yeah, we'll play this. If he's got a hex for this, he's got a hex for it. That's okay. Because right now it's a do or die for my opponent. I mean, he's at 11 health. It's kind of crazy. That's a hex. Well, luckily, he still has to attack it with his fire elemental, which is kind of funny, and I get to deal 6 more damage to him. So he's kind of in a bit of trouble. What's really hilarious is that if Starfall hadn't been nerfed, I would win the game next turn. Assuming he doesn't play a taunt or some other removal. And that helps him a little bit. But, as it is, I actually don't win. Yeah, I would have won. I would have had 5, 6, 11 damage. Fuck. So if I attack now and get him down to 6 or even 5, seems a little bit risky. Ah, Jesus. Alright, I think we have to do this. And, let's go ahead and trade. Let's keep whacking them down. Now that healing totems don't heal shamans, it's a much nicer bet to just keep whacking them with your hero ability. I have like I've drawn none of my late game stuff, so this is all trash-ish. The Gurubashi's okay. The Questing Adventure might be good. Oh, that's a pretty good play. But yeah, I totally would have won the game already if Starfall hadn't been nerfed. So you saw it here first, folks. Alright, do I go for the Spell Power Totem or do I just ignore that? It's tempting to try to rush him down, but I think we have to respect the Spell Power. Let's do this. I'm going to keep this guy around so that I can heal him if need be. And do I want to play this? No, it just dies. This just dies. This just dies at the moment. Yeah, I'll just swing. We're getting to the point where actually... I mean, this is 3, 6, 8, 9 mana. I could actually play this and everything else in my hand. Make him a 5/5. Which actually still dies to that. But yeah, things are starting to get a little bit dicey. I missed my one window to finish my opponent off. And now, oh god, now things are definitely getting ridiculous. Oh no, that's so bad! Oh, fuck me sideways. That is so bad that he got to just do that. And then the Ironbark Protector actually dies to that guy. Alright, we're gonna do the Questing Adventure Gambit here. This guy has nothing to attack.
Taste the mana.
I don't even care anymore. We're just throwing it all out there. A Lightning Storm would be really comical here, but I think he would have played it earlier if he had it. Oh, that's a new card. Ah, Knife Juggler. Okay. Not much matters, really. Oh no, another silence! Are you freaking kidding me? Jesus Christ! That's not good at all. That's not good at all. Yeah, now he's got a dominating board position. Holy shit cakes. I should have saved that Starfall. Look at how many things my Starfall kills. Cult Master, this thing, this thing. You know, I am really bitter that Starfall got nerfed. I don't know if Druids were that great in Arena that they needed to be nerfed. To that degree. For Christ's sakes. We need to kill the Cult Master next. Let's kill the Knife Juggler. Yeah, I'm actually just going to take the damage to the face. Boink. Comically enough, I actually could still win this. Flame Tongue Totem is really unfortunate, but he doesn't technically kill this just yet. He'd need to have help from his cards to be able to finish my Ironbark off. Some kind of removal spell. Really, any removal spell would do. Cult Master, also a good play. Jesus Christ, come on! Oh, miss one beat, man. Miss one beat. The fact that he's drawing a card from that is just brutal. I need to draw a Nourish or I'm really screwed. Ah, for Christ's sake. Man. Thank God this isn't healing him, because that healing totem's going to be there for a while. Alright, this is just horrifically bad. I don't think I can even play this. It's just going to be... It's just going to be a 4-2. I can't play it. I just can't. Just can't do it. We'll play this, though.
The light protects me.
So this is at least threatening to kill his Taunter. And draw him a card thanks to Cult Master, but that's just how it's gonna have to be. He's getting quite the totem army out here. Ah, another axe. I don't think I have any more oozes.
Blood and plunder.
Oh my god. Starfall would have been pretty good. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have used Starfall to kill the Fire Elemental, because I think I had some other way of getting rid of it, and it would have been good to have right now. Fuck my life. Well, that's really the game. So, yeah, that was a good game by my opponent. The Shaman's Healing Totem nerf apparently was not as bad as the Druid Starfall nerf. God damn it! That was so annoying. I think I might have been able to win the game anyway if I had held on to Starfall, but I just didn't imagine my opponent would have such a strong continuation after I had him on the ropes. So, well played there by Mr. Mirage. Let's see what we get for our 8-win victory. I've usually been getting in the 220 gold range. Oh, this is even bigger. Holy crap. That was a really good reward. So that's 200, 280, 285 gold. Whew, that's a lot. Well, can't complain too much. I'll take a painful loss against Shaman for that. 285. Yeehaw. Alright, that's great. This is a really important card for rogues and maybe mages as well. This is a good card for warriors nowadays. Hey, this is just some solid all-around commons, except for maybe the mirror entity. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and or subscribe. Let's go ahead and check out the arena if you'd like a sneak peek for next time. Alright, there it is. I'll see you then.